Hey NeurotechX, this is Dano Morrison. I'm a former chapter member of the Toronto group and a research engineer at Facebook Reality Labs. I was introduced to NeurotechX when I was a master's student at the University of Toronto. And at the time, I was looking around and I was not seeing a lot of opportunities that I was interested in academia. So I was really lucky one night when I got invited to a NeurotechX Toronto chapter meeting and got to hear about EEG for brain-computer interfaces and got introduced to this whole community of people who were actually doing really cool stuff at the intersection of neuroscience and tech. Engineers and BCI researchers and just kind of wild creative types too. That night I actually met a friend, Hubert Bonvie, who had this idea to basically build a EEG tutorial app that would hook up to your own brainwaves, show them to you in real time, and then break down how brain-computer interfaces work. And this was huge. This was the coolest idea I'd ever heard. And so after I finished my master's degree, I spent all my time planning out, designing the lesson content, and ultimately coding this app that we then released the following year called EEG 101. All of a sudden, I was, a neurotech software developer, and I had all kinds of opportunities open up to me. NeurotechX also was really important for me to build a sense of community and make some really close friends in the city who I keep in touch with to this day. In fact, it was NeurotechX that helped me build the relationships that brought me to Control Labs, an EMG BCI company in New York that was acquired last year by Facebook Reality Labs. And to this day at FRL, we work on creating novel brain-computer interfaces that use EMG. It's honestly a gift and a delight to be able to continue working at this cool intersection of neuroscience and technology that I got really excited about so many years ago. I guess there's one thing I should mention, which was I noticed that during my time at NeurotechX, it really was clear to me that I got back out of it what I put in. Like when I heard about this idea for this app, it was a matter of kind of making the decision to dive into it and really do the work to learn the coding, which ultimately paid off hugely. Similarly, the other projects that I've worked on under NeurotechX, like local hack nights in the city and building the EEG notebooks out, those were challenging at times and definitely kind of seemed like a little bit of an extra burden to place on myself, given that it was, kind of a side project away from my regular work. But I really did find that it ultimately opened a lot of doors for me and was just very satisfying. I feel like I can look back on the work that I did in those days and feel great about it. So I'm feeling very grateful for NeurotechX on this 5th anniversary, and I wish the community the best and can't wait to see what everyone does.